love isn't enough, man. It's just not enough. After that overdose, I had a clean friend who had 5 years clean. He brought me to detox, and he made me promise him that I would do somewhere between 30 and 90 days in a program. And at the detox, I was offered a chance to come out to California on a scholarship. But I didn't know if it was real. I didn't know at that time what a scholarship meant. But I knew that I needed help. So we talked a lot, kept asking him if it was legit. And I remember one time, he has a mature voice and he sounds like an older gentleman on the phone. And one time he kind of like, to me, it sounded like he broke character, and he was like, "Listen, bro, I'm trying to help you. I'm not gonna put you in a place that I wouldn't put somebody that I care about in." And when, it might sound silly, but when he called it, like when he stopped being so polite and like called me bro, I could relate to what he was saying. There were times where he said, "Hey, we're ready for you." And I said, "Oh, I'm not ready. I still have drugs left." And, all he could really, I don't know if he said it, but I heard it. He probably didn't say it, but I just remember hearing him say, "Just don't die, bro. Call me tomorrow. Just don't die. Whatever you do, don't die. Let me help you." And eventually, the day came that he said, "We're ready for you." And I said, "I'm ready." I mean, I had no drugs left. I had no money left. I had nowhere to go. And a driver came and picked me up. I decided to trust a man. Whatever it was inside me that accepted that man's help, he got me into the program. They attempted to help me detox, but being the type of person that I am, I refused all medications because I wanted to suffer so that I would remember my detox. But from that day forward, there were guys in that program that told me that they would love me until I learned how to love myself. Everybody on the surface seemed nice, and I accepted that for what it was. And it really, from the start, my life's changed a lot. And I think it's been 158 days. I came in on June 6th of this year, 2017, and I mean, from that day forward, my life's only gotten better. I don't own a house. I don't own a car. I don't own much. I own the clothes I'm wearing, but it's a lot more than that. I'm comfortable looking in the mirror. I don't tell myself that I'm a piece of garbage that isn't capable of being loved. I don't mind looking in the mirror. There was a point in my life I didn't look in the mirror or brush my teeth for 4 years. I would change my clothes every 2 weeks. Like I had no self-worth. Today is very different. I am working on loving myself. I show love to a lot of people, whether I really like their personality or not. It really doesn't matter today. I believe that I have a lot to offer, which is, I have never said that in my life, because I always thought that was arrogant, or like I was boasting, like I have something to offer somebody. But today, through a lot of work, and all because I decided to trust a voice on a phone that told me he had my best interest at heart and begged me to let him help me, that decision has changed my life in ways that I really don't even know how to put into words. I'm very lucky. I mean, extremely lucky to have people that have stuck with me. I mean, my family never gave up on me. I'm very lucky. I mean, they would shut me out when things were bad, but that was just, you have to do that. I mean, they still loved me, but just from afar. The only way that this is gonna work is if you figure out me. The only way it was gonna work for me is if I figured out why, even when I'm clean for 8 months, I decide to go back and use drugs. When I feel emotional pain, even though I'm clear-headed and I know what's gonna happen if I use drugs, why do I still make that choice? And for me, it was I was so emotionally immature, and I did not know how to handle any form of pain. So that was just my natural go-to. For 13 years, anything I felt, I would just immediately use heroin. And so that's my default thing. Today, I believe things have changed. But it took a lot of work and a lot of honesty, and I had to get vulnerable with people that I didn't know if they were gonna hurt me or help me. But I just needed help, and nobody could hurt me any worse than I hurt myself on a daily basis. So eventually, it was like I had nothing to lose. I could only go up from the bottom. And I chose to reach out. Luckily, I reached out to the right people. 2 weeks ago, one of my really good friends from back home that I have a half a sleeve of a tree tattoo. When I go home for Christmas, he was supposed to finish it. He died I think 2 Mondays ago or 2 Fridays ago. And he was a veteran of the Afghanistan and Iraq war. Like this, I lose people all the time, and unfortunately, I no longer cry. I no longer am surprised, and it's sad. Nobody should feel that way. Nobody should feel nothing when somebody that you care about dies. But addiction gives you an attitude of better than me, unfortunately, and it's tough to say, but that's how I feel. I mean, I can only save me. I can't save anybody else. If I could save other people, I wouldn't be here. I'd be out running around in the streets just screaming, hey, I can help you. Just come grab onto me and I'll save you. But it's not like that. I wish it were. My name's Jackie, and I stand for recovery.